This is Cameroonian Gateau, also known in Ghana as Dry Bofrot. If you've ever wanted to make this delicious treat at home, you are in the right place. Today I will show you how to make it and use the same dough to make this delicious bread. Hello beautiful people, welcome to Cook with Sonita. I'm so happy you are here today. You will need sugar, dry active yeast. I will show you later in the video how to activate your yeast properly. I'm using sweetened condensed milk for this recipe. Next, we will need 2 large eggs, vanilla sugar, nutmeg. I have salt here, but we won't be using it for this recipe because the butter is already salted. We are equally going to be using warm water. Make sure it is warm and not cold. You will also need vegetable oil for frying the gateau. And lastly, we have our all-purpose flour. These are the measuring tools we'll be using for this recipe. If you like this same one, I will link it in the description. This is the correct way to measure your flour. We will be using 5 cups of all-purpose flour for this recipe. Guys, one important tip, when making gateau or bofrot, don't estimate the flour. Always measure and sieve your flour for a smooth, well-mixed dough. To my Ghanaian family, if I don't pronounce bofrot correctly, please forgive me. In Cameroon, we call it gateau. Since this water has been sitting here for a while, it's cold now. For the recipe, make sure the water is warm, not cold, so the yeast can activate properly. Pour the water in a bowl, then add 1 1/4 tablespoon of active dry yeast. In the same bowl, add a 1/4 cup of sugar. Because the condensed milk is already sweet, I don't need more sugar. If you are using regular milk or evaporated milk instead, feel free to add a little more sugar to suit your taste. Next, add vanilla sugar in a bowl as well. Mix everything until it's well combined. You might be wondering why I mix the sugar and the yeast. Sugar and warm water help activate yeast faster. If you don't want to mix the sugar with the yeast, that's perfectly fine. Just add the sugar to the flour along with the rest of the dry ingredients. I went ahead and measured 1 cup of sweetened condensed milk. Next, add 2 tablespoons of melted butter into a bowl. Be careful not to use too much butter. It makes the dough too rich and difficult to work with. Add 2 eggs to the same bowl. Pour the sweetened condensed milk. Add a 1/4 cup of water to the measuring cup and rinse out the remaining condensed milk and mix everything together to well combine. Make sure you stay to the end of the video because I'm going to show you how to use the same dough to make soft and delicious bread rolls. This is how your yeast should look like after 10 minutes for me. Go ahead and add the nutmeg into your flour and give everything a quick mix. Next, make a well in the middle of your flour and pour in all the wet ingredients. Use a whisk or your hand to mix the dough. You know, at this stage the dough will be quite thick, so it takes a little effort. I usually use a hand mixer because it makes the job much easier. But today I wanted to show you how to make this recipe step by step even if you don't have a hand mixer. Guys, by this point I was really tired, but I wanted to push through to show you exactly how to make this recipe from start to finish. If the dough feels too thick or difficult to handle, rub a little butter on your hands and continue mixing. You can equally lightly dust your hands with little flour if that works better for you. Use your palm to push the dough forward. The second method is to make a fist and gently press or punch the dough. Repeat these motions until the dough becomes smooth and elastic. If you're still watching the video at this point, I just want to take a moment to say thank you. Thank you for your love, thank you for your support, and thank you for being part of this amazing community. Next thing, I use a dough cutter to divide the dough into equal portions. I will list all the equipment I use in this video in the description box below. If you are interested, feel free to check them out on Amazon if they are still available. I lightly dust the pan with a little flour before placing the dough on it. This is how you shape your gateau. Open the dough, then gradually fold the edges into the center until you form a smooth ball. Once you folded the edges in, roll the dough on your work surface or between your palm until it's smooth. This helps seal it so it doesn't open in the oil when frying. If you're still watching the video, thank you so much. Stay with me because we're almost at the best part of this video. I will show you how to use the same dough to make soft bread rolls. Let me show you one more time how to fold your dough. With a little practice, you'll be able to shape them perfectly. Keep practicing. I would love to know where you're watching this video from. Let me know in the comment section. Also, what's been your favorite part of this recipe so far? Have you ever tasted gateau or bofrot before? I know it's very popular in Cameroon and Ghana, and in some other African countries they call it dry bofrot, while others call it toogbei. It is amazing how one recipe has so many different names in different countries. With 5 cups of flour, I got about 20 large gateau. If you make them small, you can easily get about 25 to 30 pieces. Now take 3 pieces of the dough and place them in a greased cake pan. We will bake them to make soft delicious bread rolls. Cover the dough with a clean warm cloth and let it rise in a warm place for at least an hour or until double in size. It's been 1 hour and look at our dough. It has doubled in size and it feels light. Here is a helpful tip. You will know when your dough has risen when it feels light and airy. For the bread, brush the top with melted butter, then place them in a warm oven and bake until golden brown. I bake the bread rolls in a preheated oven at 350 Fahrenheit for over 20 to 25 minutes. Now it's time to get our pan ready and fry the gateau. Guys, make sure you get the temperature right, medium heat. If your oil is too hot, your gateau will brown quickly from the outside while the inside stay uncooked. Again, if the oil is not hot enough, the gateau will absorb oil and becomes too greasy, so make sure you just keep it on a medium heat. Don't walk away while it's still frying. Keep turning the gateau so it cooks evenly on both sides. If you are still watching this video at this point, I just want to take another opportunity to say thank you to all my returning subscribers. Thank you for your love, thank you for your support. It truly means a lot to me. I see all your comments and I always try my best to reply to all of them. And if you're new here, welcome to the family. Every week I'll be sharing delicious recipes, simple cooking tips, and different ingredients you can use to bring new flavors to your kitchen. Our bread rolls are out of the oven. Slightly brush them with melted butter and enjoy. Be sure to subscribe and join me on this cooking journey. Next week we'll be trying another delicious recipe and it's going to be a surprise. So make sure you subscribe, turn on your notification bell and stay tuned. Thank you for being here and let's continue cooking, learning and growing this channel together. Enjoy this gateau, soft and fluffy. Just look at this bread roll. It looks so delicious, fluffy and delicious. Sometimes you don't even need to buy bread from your store. You can just make it fresh from the comfort of your home. Thank you and see you next time.